Walk into any tackle shop in America and count the brands on the wall. You are looking at what appears to be a competitive market, dozens of companies fighting for your dollar, each one claiming to build the best gear for the water you fish. But if you pulled the ownership documents on every single one of those brands, every trail leads to the same door. One company, one set of shareholders, one decision about how cheap the drag system inside your reel is allowed to be. Today we are pulling back the curtain on the fishing gear monopoly, and more importantly giving you the exact strategy to permanently opt out of it. Pull up the paperwork and the truth is right there in black and white. Every brand you grew up trusting, Abu Garcia, Penn, Berkeley, Ugly Stick, Fenwick, Shakespeare, Pfluger, Spiderwire, Mitchell, does not stand alone. They are all assets of Pure Fishing, Inc., and Pure Fishing itself is just another trophy in the portfolio of Sycamore Partners, a New York private equity firm that would not know a drag washer from a donut. The $1.3 billion sale in December 2018 sealed it. You can trace the handoff through SEC filings, Form 8Ks, and trademark assignments. The pen name, reg number 2709943, passed from one holding company to the next like a set of car keys. The brand logos may look different, but the legal owner is always the same. Even the terms of use page on Abu Garcia's website spells it out: owned and operated by Pure Fishing, Inc. Every time you pick up a package with one of those heritage badges, you are buying into the same machine. The people making decisions about your fishing gear have never held a rod in their lives. They hold spreadsheets. One former engineer put it this way: after the takeover, every product meeting started with a number, EBITDA. How much profit could be squeezed out of the next batch of reels? That was the only spec that mattered. This is not competition. It is a monopoly hiding in plain sight, selling nostalgia at luxury prices while delivering commodity manufacturing. And the motive is right there in the paperwork. Walk into any tackle shop, and the shelves look like a free-for-all, 100 brands, a rainbow of price tags, something for every taste and budget. But here is the trick. Nobody tells you. Those so-called choices are a shell game. Underneath the paint jobs and shiny logos, the reels are often the same machine, rolling off the same line, built from the same parts. The only thing that changes is the badge glued on at the end. This is badge engineering. It is the oldest trick in the private equity playbook. Take one reel platform, stamp out 1 million copies, then dress them up as Abu Garcia, Shakespeare, Penn, or whatever logo pulls at your wallet. Change the color, swap the handle, maybe add a gold accent for the premium line. Inside, the gear train, the drag washers, the bearings are all cut from the same mold. The only real difference is which sticker lands on the box and how much extra you are supposed to pay for it. You see it in appliances too. That $400 blender at the big box store, same motor as the budget model, just a fancier shell and a different badge. Private equity loves this move because it squeezes every last dollar out of the tooling. Why pay for real innovation when you can just recycle the same guts and sell nostalgia at a markup? Analysts even have a name for it: platform sharing. It is not about giving anglers more choice. It is about maximizing margin. The more brands they control, the more prices they can set, all while you think you are picking the best tool for the job. Once you stop buying logos and start buying specifications, the whole illusion falls apart. Crack open an Abu Garcia spinning reel and a Shakespeare spinning reel, same year, same price tier, and the guts spill out nearly identical. You are looking at the same 5.2-to-1 gear train, the same drag washer stack, the same bearing count. The only real difference is the badge on the side plate and the number on your receipt. I have spun both reels apart on the bench, lined up the main gears, and there it is. Z-Stamp 036, laser etched right on the housing. You will find that same mark on reels sold under 3 different brands and even on a budget special at Harbor Freight. A repair tech with 20 years in the game put it bluntly: the drag washers are interchangeable. They come from the same supplier, stamped with a code that matches the import papers. It does not matter what logo is on the box. That is not a rumor. It is on the exploded parts diagrams too. Gear counts match, bearing sizes match. The drag knob clicks the same 8 times from tight to loose. Overlay the diagrams from the Abu Garcia and Shakespeare models, and you cannot spot a difference unless you squint at the part numbers. Even those are just catalog codes for the same chunk of steel or polymer punched out in the same factory in Yangzhou. This is not two companies competing to build a better reel. It is a single production line spitting out clones, dressed up in whatever costume marketing thinks will pull at your nostalgia. The next time you see a premium badge and a bargain sticker on what sure looks like the same reel, trust your eyes. Underneath, it is all the same machine. Here is where you finally get to hit back. If you are tired of paying $40 for a rod holder or $50 for a plastic tackle box stamped with a legacy badge, you are not alone, and you do not have to. Harbor Freight isn't just for power tools and cheap tarps anymore. Their fishing aisle is the best kept secret in the game. I'm talking about the same adjustable rod holders, hard case tackle boxes, stainless fillet knives, and LED headlamps you will find with the Penn, Berkeley, Abu Garcia, or Shakespeare logos, only at 30 to 55% less. Grab a basket, load up on the basics. A typical run, 1 rod holder, 1 tackle box, a fillet knife, and a headlamp comes out to $90 less than what you would pay for the same gear with a pure fishing badge. That's not hypothetical. That's the real price difference you can see on the receipts. Do that a few times a year, and you are looking at $200 to $400 back in your pocket every single season. The reason is simple. These accessories are not protected by any magic patent, and the factories cranking them out are often the same ones supplying the big brands. Harbor Freight just skips the nostalgia tax and passes the savings straight to you. This is not about going cheap. It's about refusing to pay a fake premium for the same hardware. The next time you are restocking your kit, run the numbers for yourself. You will never look at the tackle aisle the same way again. And that is just the first move. Once you see how much you can save on accessories, you are ready to rethink every piece of gear you buy. Forget the logos for a second. If you really want to outsmart this monopoly, start reading the fine print on the side of the box. Gear ratio, bearing count, material, drag rating, and weight. That is how you separate real engineering from badge-engineered fluff. Here is the 5-spec checklist I use. Gear ratio tells you speed and leverage. Bearing count indicates smoothness. Maximum drag indicates fighting power. Frame material indicates durability. Weight matters for all-day comfort. Do not let a gold accent or a heritage badge sway you. I will take a no-nonsense Daiwa or Okuma over a pure fishing clone any day. St. Croix, Quantum, Lunker Hunt are independents that put their name on the line, not just a sticker on a box. Mike Jensen, a Bassmaster qualifier, told me straight that he switched to St. Croix for his tournament rods because the action feels more consistent than any pure fishing rod he has used. That is not nostalgia talking. That is measurable performance. If you want to break the cycle, start shopping by specs, not stories. Here's the exit plan, plain and simple. First, stop paying the nostalgia tax on accessories. Harbor Freight and other discount shops sell rod holders, tackle boxes, and fillet knives that do the job for half the price, no badge, no markup, just hardware. So second, before you buy any rod or reel, check who actually owns the brand. If it is on the pure fishing roster, you are funding the same private equity machine that has been milking anglers for every last cent. Look for the independents: Daiwa, Okuma, St. Croix, Quantum, Lunker Hunt. These are the last holdouts building real gear, not just slapping a sticker on a commodity part. Third, and this is the move that really stings the suits, buy vintage. A reel built before 2019, like a pen from before the accountants took over, can be found on the used market for $120 in great shape. The new version will run you $295, and you are often getting the same guts, just with a shinier box and a fatter price tag. It is not just about saving money, it is about buying something made when quality still mattered. That is nearly $200 back in your pocket, and you can feel the difference every time you crank the handle. This is not only a fishing problem either. The same playbook is running in outdoor gear, power tools, kitchen appliances, one holding company, a dozen fake choices, all badge engineered on the same line. The only way out is to shop with your eyes open. Buy by spec, not by story. That is how you beat the most profitable scam in the outdoor industry. Right now, the fishing aisle is flooded with nostalgia, priced like gold and built on the cheap, because the people in charge know you'll pay for a logo, not a spec. But that only works if we keep falling for it. Pick specs over brands and watch the scam collapse. Let me know your move below.